What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the RiSSky Powerhouse. We in this jump one more time. It's the middle of the week. It's Wednesday morning. It's 4:35 a.m. I just got off work. I just wanted to come through and give you guys a midweek recap, man, because basketball been going crazy this week. The NBA, a lot of big games, a lot of big performances. Let's dive right into it. Your boy TRAE Young, 56 points, 14 assists. What? 56 points and 14 assists? Dude is the only player to ever accumulate 56 plus points and 14 plus assists in one game. He hit 17 field goals on 26 attempts, 7 for 12 from 3, 15 for 15 from the free throw line. The dude, TRAE Young, was nuclear, like truly nuclear, and he was playing up against a Portland team without Dame Lillard. So Atlanta took another L. Atlanta is really struggling to stop anybody, pretty much. With DeAndre Hunter out, he was supposed to be their primary perimeter defender. They need to really try to figure out what they're going to do for their defense. They have good shooting. They have a high-level playmaker, lob threats, and et cetera, et cetera. But their team defense struggles. Portland put up they had 4 different players with 20 points. They had 136 points, if I'm not mistaken. 136 points. Anthony Simons backed up Dame today. Dame didn't play, so Anthony had an opportunity, and the dude put up 43 points and 7 assists. What a time to show what you can do, what you're capable of when you get an opportunity like that. Like, the dude just went out there and basically said, hey, I don't got nothing else to lose. They were 14 and 22 overall, 14th in the West. What do I have to lose? Let me go out here and leave it all on the line. So, because even if you're not getting minutes on your team, you're always auditioning for another team when you're playing in the NBA. So, yeah, shouts out to Anthony Simons getting Portland a big win versus the Atlanta Hawks, overcoming a TRAE Young 56 point, 14 assist game. When you fast forward to your boy Steph, he had a bad game, man. That's just point blank. Monday, I don't know what it is about a Monday. But, some people just don't wake up on the right side of the bed on a Monday. You know what I mean? And your boy Steph, he was the testament of that. He shot 3 for 17. Ew. 1 for 10 from 3. Absolutely sick. Like, Steph Curry, I know you're capable of more. Although Golden State won. Now, I'm holding Steph to an MVP caliber standard, obviously, because, they got the win. But you want to see Steph be dominant within those wins. You have candidates like Giannis, candidates like Kevin Durant, candidates that's starting to emerge going towards the All-Star break, where, Steph, you need to start playing better if you want to get that award. 3 MVPs could put you in a space where a lot of players just don't get. And these seasons you don't get these opportunities back. So you're in the middle of a season where you can get the MVP. You're on a good team. You got teammates coming back. Klay coming back Sunday. Shouts out to Klay Thompson. I'm looking forward to that Golden State Warriors versus Cleveland Cavaliers game. I don't care if Klay only played 15 minutes. I'm watching it. But yeah, Steph, you in the thick of a race that's getting tight, and you need to play better if you want to get that award. Golden State, like I said, they still squeezed out a win over the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler, 22 points on 7 for 14 attempts with no Bam. I need to see Jimmy Butler be a lot more aggressive. We've seen him score 37 points. We've seen him put up triple-doubles since he's been back. I would like to see him play more aggressive and be more in a leader role in terms of scoring the ball for the Miami Heat with all of those players out. Draymond, 13 assists. Wiggins, 22 points. They're really supporting Steph. And your boy Jordan Poole off the bench, 26 minutes off the bench, 32 points. Shout out to Jordan Poole, man. Dude, 32 points off the bench, 5 assists. He really supporting Steph. He's really been that splash brother. When you look at the way that the Golden State Warriors play, is roles that's implemented. And with Klay being out, Jordan Poole is being that Robin to Steph's Batman on the wing in terms of shooting the ball. Shouts out to him. Luka Doncic, his second game back. He's going up against the MVP of the league and Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Now, we know the Denver Nuggets is depleted, but Jokic has been playing out of his mind over the course of the last pretty much the whole season. It's not even a span that he just got hot or nothing. He's been consistently dominant all year long for the Denver Nuggets. However, Dallas got a win 103-89. Denver couldn't find any offense outside of Nikola Jokic, 27 points, 16 rebounds. Luka had 21 points and 15 assists. So that let you know that Luka was getting whatever he want out there. In the Denver defense, Denver don't have a lot of talent right now, so Denver need to really focus on trying to play as a unit, get everybody involved, and basically scrap it out on defense to win games. And they didn't have the opportunity to do that against the Dallas Mavericks on Monday night. Luka also had 4 steals and 8 rebounds. So not only was he just dominating the ball, he was dominating all facets of the game. So shouts out to him. Brooklyn versus Memphis. Them young Bucks in Memphis really balling. Like, the dudes are really, really, really balling. They got a win over Kevin Durant, held Kevin Durant to 8 for 24 shooting. James Harden 5 for 14 shooting, another 5 turnovers. James Harden is leading the league in turnovers per game. That have to be corrected if the Brooklyn Nets want to win a championship. Like, I know the Memphis Grizzlies are playing well as a unit, and I understand that Ja Morant has emerged as a superstar in this league. But James Harden turning the ball over 5 times per game is cancerous to the outcome of how well the Brooklyn Nets can be. That puts a ceiling on your offense. When you give other teams, especially capable teams, when you give them more opportunities than you, you're beating yourself. So from the Brooklyn Nets perspective, when you have shooters like Patty Mills, when Joe Harris comes back from injury, you have Kevin Durant, you have Blake Griffin, you have LaMarcus Aldridge, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You have to give yourself as many opportunities as possible to score offensively. Hopefully Kyrie coming back and having that ball in his hands to score, take away from James Harden's usage rate, which would ultimately take away from his turnovers. Hopefully it helps his turnovers per 100 when you have another nuclear threat offensively on that court alongside Kevin Durant and James Harden. So yeah, James, you gotta clean up those turnovers, and 5 for 14 shooting. These 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Those games are mediocre to a James Harden standards, especially with Kyrie Irving not being out there for the first 35 plus games. I was expecting James Harden to average 25 and 10, 9.5 rebounds. Because this is what James Harden has done even last year with the Brooklyn Nets. You can't even just say when he was in Houston. Last year he was giving you about 24 to 25 points, 10 to 12 assists, 7 to 9 rebounds. James, you got to get the rhythm going, dog. But yeah, the Brooklyn Nets still winning games nonetheless. I really expect them to bounce back, especially with Kyrie coming back in the next 7 days or so. So yeah. Embiid, Monday night, played the Houston Rockets. Now, we know the Houston Rockets aren't that good as a unit. They're a young team who's just trying to, go out there and be aggressive and play free. But Joel Embiid had 31 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 assists. Anytime Joel Embiid puts up a triple-double, I have to talk about it, because Joel Embiid's biggest weakness is facilitating for his others on the court. He have a lot of shooters around him. They went 17 for 40, which is 42.5%, which is a good percentage overall for a team shooting in the course of a game. And Joel Embiid accepting the double team and making the right play was one of the reasons why. He also had 6 turnovers, so I would like to see him clean that up. But he was efficient from the floor. He got his teammates involved. A lot of shooters got going. Frank Korkmaz gave him a double-double, points and rebounds. So, yeah, the Philadelphia 76ers without Ben Simmons, even though they're not the number 1 seed, they're still playing competitive. They're still playing free. They're playing more versatile. If you watch their games, they have a lot of different attacks, from the dribble handoffs with Seth Curry to Tyrese Maxey high pick and roll to Tobias Harris posting up in the high post and the low post to just Joel Embiid dominating the entire floor. So Philly is still a good watch. You should tune in if you haven't. Shout out to all the Philly fans that's watching. Yeah, man, that's the recap of Monday night. When you get to Tuesday night, I got to shout out the Memphis boys one more time. I gotta shout them out because they're the only team that played back to back. They played Cleveland today, and I watched this game, the entire game, and the game was teeter totter, teeter totter. You go up 2 points, you go up 3 points, you go up 1 point, I go up 1 point, and they did that the entire game. I think the highest lead was like 5 or 7 points. But the Memphis Grizzlies willed it out in the end. Ja Morant, this dude is really proven to be a superstar in this league. He's really proven it. And it's not just the media. It's not just the hype. It's with the production on the floor. Ja is producing for his team and winning games. Even if he don't shoot as well as some people might think he should, or maybe you think he could have passed here or he made the wrong play, whatever. Ja Morant is a superstar in the making. He is a superstar player. This dude is truly leading the Memphis Grizzlies unlike no other. Although we know they were winning games without him, Ja Morant is the reason this team had the opportunity to start to turn around their roster. They were a 20-win team. They got rid of Mike Conley, brought in Ja Morant in the draft, seen that he was special, and once they established that, they started to build around him. Desmond Bane had 32 points against the Brooklyn Nets on Monday. He came in tonight. It's a back-to-back, and young players, you know, they started to hit that wall sometimes. He went 4 for 10 from the field. He still shot 3 for 6 from 3, which is 50%. He only gave him 11 points. But the Memphis Grizzlies, like I said, it was a teeter-totter game, and they willed it out in the end. Jaren Jackson Jr., 22 points. Ja Morant, 26 points. And the team defense was enough. It was enough. They played well as a unit. 2 steals and 2 blocks from Ja. A steal and a block from Steven Adams. A steal and 2 blocks from Desmond Bane. They play in defense. When you go over to the Cleveland side, it was Darius Garland first game back. He gave him 27 points and 10 assists. He was battling Ja out there. And that's just good to see from a player like Darius Garland because, dude, he's proven that he's an all-star. He's putting up an all-star season right now in the Eastern Conference. I hope he get the nod. He might be a reserve. He probably is definitely going to be a reserve. But Darius Garland went out there against Ja. He didn't back down one bit. Close game, making big plays, big shots, facilitating for the bigs that Cleveland utilizes. Jared Allen had 22 points and 12 rebounds. Evan Mobley has 17 points and 8 rebounds. Those big men are eating because that boy Darius Garland is running that pick and roll to a perfection. And I would like to just see Cleveland keep on building on that. When you go over to Toronto versus San Antonio, I don't want to harp too much on it, but your boy Van Vliet averaging 34 points over the course of the last 2 games. Let's see if he can keep that 30-point string going. It's good to see the New York Knicks get a win. I've been crashing down on the Knicks because it seems like every time I look up the Knicks or every time I watch the Knicks, they lose. And I don't know what that is. What's up with that? I don't know what's up with that. Every time I watch the Knicks, they lose. And it's like, I want to see the Knicks win. That's one of the young teams that I had a lot of expectation for, just like the Atlanta Hawks coming into this season. But I just feel like the Knicks need to cater more to R.J. Barrett. I think they strayed away from catering to the number 2 pick in terms of on the floor. Not just the way they treat him, but in terms of the way they incorporate him in the offense. He had 32 points tonight versus the Indiana Pacers. And I know the Indiana Pacers said they were going to blow it up. I know Malcolm Brogdon didn't play. They missing players, this and that and the third. But R.J. Barrett was the number 2 overall pick. Before Zion Williamson took over that number 1 spot, R.J. Barrett was the number 1 player in that class. So I expect the New York Knicks to give R.J. the ball, give him the shots, give him the pick and rolls, give him the plays so that he can develop, so that he can grow and be an asset, a high-level asset for the New York Knicks moving forward. Julius Randle, 30 points and 16 rebounds on his return. R.J. Barrett, 32 points and 8 rebounds, 3 assists and a steal. Only 2 turnovers. Only 2 turnovers from R.J. Barrett. That's a great game from him, and that's just what I like to see from him moving forward. That's just what I like to see from him moving forward. Give R.J. the ball. Allow him to grow. He's supposed to still be growing. That's one problem that a lot of teams have in the NBA now, where they get a player, and after 2 years they move on from him. Do you understand that you drafted an 18-year-old, 19-year-old? You moving on from a 21-year-old or a 22-year-old, you haven't even seen the entirety of what they can be. So, yeah, I hope the New York Knicks understand that RJ can really help them offensively. And they don't have to go to Evan Fournier. RJ have a higher ceiling than a player like Evan Fournier. We know what Evan Fournier is, and RJ need the ball more. Not going to harp on that no more. The Suns roll over the Pelicans. Right now, the Pelicans fighting for a lottery spot. CP3 has 16 assists and 1 turnover last game. This game, he comes in, 11 points, 15 assists. 5 rebounds. I think he had 3 turnovers. Shout out to CP3. He's facilitating that Phoenix offense to perfection. If I'm not mistaken, they had more than 5 players in double figures. Devin Booker, 33 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Shout out to Devin Booker. Just balling. He came back, got reingratiated into the Phoenix team, and he's taking over that number 1 scoring option again. With DeAndre Ayton out, I'm not sure how long they're expecting DeAndre Ayton to be out, but Jalen Smith get another start. He get on some quality minutes. Shout out to the Phoenix Suns. They're holding on to one of those top spots in the West, and I expect them to do that for the entirety of the season. When you get to the last game of Tuesday night, the Lakers went up against the Sacramento Kings, and it was a hard-fought game. Teeter-totter, back and forth. De'Aaron Fox came to ball. Buddy Hield, every time he see the Lakers, he see blood. Every time he see the Lakers, he see blood because of the trade rumors, because of the letdowns in terms of thinking he was going to be able to compete for a championship and all of those things. Those young boys came out balling, and LeBron, basically, he carried the night for the LA Lakers. When you look at Malik Monk giving you 20 plus, definitely support player. You look at Taylor Horton Tucker, definitely help support. Those guys play highly efficient, and LeBron's going to need that guard play, and the Lakers team is definitely going to need that guard play when AD comes back, because the space on the floor, when you have guards attacking from the perimeter, it opens up so much for the slashers like Russ, like LeBron, for the finishers like AD, like Dwight, like DeAndre Jordan. So I hope Carmelo Anthony, Malik Monk, Taylor Horton Tucker, and all of those guys playing on the wings can continue to hit perimeter shots, slash to the rim when closeouts coming in too strong, and create plays for other players. Malik Monk had a highlight in the third quarter, where he had 2 pick and rolls with Dwight Howard. He threw 2 alley-oops, and Dwight finished both of them. I would like to see Malik Monk getting a couple more pick and rolls. He's starting to play more free. He's starting to play more aggressive. And he might be able to be a tertiary option to LeBron and AD because of his perimeter threat. I'm not disrespecting Russ. I understand what Russ can do in terms of his prestige as a playmaker and all of those things. But Malik Monk don't turn the ball over as much. So if he could get 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 assists per game on top of that 15 plus points, when AD comes back, that is going to elevate the Lakers team so much. LeBron James, he comes back again with another 31 points, 5 rebounds and 5 assists. He's really catering to scoring a lot more. He's looking like how he looked in Cleveland before he went to Miami, honestly. Obviously, he don't physically look like that in terms of the slimness and all of that. But in terms of him understanding that he have to be the scoring option, he took 26 field goals tonight. I'm not sure about how many games in particular he's taking 23 plus field goals, but LeBron have to be averaging nearly 21 field goals per game at this point. And with him scoring 30 points again, that puts him in a class where he's the oldest player to score 25 plus points consecutively. Look at the list. I mean, the boy LeBron is like, he's not slowing down at all. And it's just crazy to see, like, him at the end of games, him close people out. Check this out. Okay, so it's late in the game and he get the bucket. Now, when he's screaming at the bench, he's talking to Tristan Thompson because of an earlier exchange. I want y'all to read this man's lips. He closing people out and he's still turning up. It still looks like he's having fun. He still looks like a 28, 29-year-old out there. When you look at some players, like Kawhi Leonard, for example, I know he haven't played this year, but when you just look at Kawhi's game, he have an old man game. He the one that looked 36, 37. LeBron out there still finishing, shooting at a high clip. Over the course of the last 8 games, LeBron shooting 40% from 3 on 7.5 attempts, 53% from the field. The dude is nuclear, 78% from the free throw. If LeBron free throw is hitting, he's unstoppable, unguardable. It's nothing you can do. So he just needs the support from the players like Russell Westbrook. Russ didn't have 1 turnover. This is the first game in over 400 games that Russ didn't have a turnover. You need to keep that focus. Whatever focus you had tonight, Russ, you need to keep that focus. Because I don't care if you shoot 7 for 19 because you're not a good shooter. You know what I mean? But if you're not turning the ball over, the Lakers are getting efficient opportunities at the rim every single time down. And if that's the case for them, I expect their offense to be well. If you made it this far in the video, y'all leave it a like. Drop comments on future video ideas. Let me know what you think about the Lakers, the Suns, Luka's return, Julius Randle's return. There's a lot of things going on. The Memphis Grizzlies are climbing in the Western Conference. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Future video ideas. Thoughts on the last couple days of basketball. Y'all know what I mean. If y'all made it this far and y'all new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell so y'all can get notified when I drop more content. It's the RiSSky Powerhouse. I'll see y'all later on in the week. Y'all will see me later. We out.